As the dusk surrenders to dawn and bright and vibrant colors dominate the sky, Yamato Taro, a rice farmer, slowly rises, ready to begin yet another day. To survive, the Taro family has to spend every waking hour tending to their measly piece of land, in hopes of making a small profit. This is his story, his land, and his country. Within the rigid social structure of Japan, farmers are highly valued for the food they supply to the rest of Japan. Regardless of their status, many farmers live amongst the poorest members of society, barely having enough to support their families. Yamato Taro is a living example of this. Rice is not only used as food, but also as currency. So why do rice farmers not have enough to support themselves? Taxes. In this country, there is a production tax, a head tax, and even a death tax. The daimyo put these hefty fees in place in order to control the farmers, as well as to help him maintain his life of luxury, filled with overflowing resources. With all the taxes, rules, and regulations imposed on the farmers, such as Taro, basic items such as vegetables, meats, and other possessions are not within his means. Yamato Taro explains the difference between the Hunbyakusho class of farmers and the Hyakusho. The main distinction between the two is that the Hunbyakusho were responsible for administering a set plot of land, while the Hyakusho worked on various fields under the Hunbyakusho supervision and had significantly less than the Hunbyakusho. Yamato passionately shares his hope that someday soon he and his family will be able to choose what they grow on their land and will be able to sell their crops with a much reduced tax. Until then, he and his families will have to work tirelessly on their plot of land under the daimyo's control, attempting to cope with the crippling in order to survive. Japan, a small isolated country. During the Edo period, it was home to many samurai, outcasts, and farmers. Due to many external pressures, Japan was caused to surrender its borders and open trade to the world. That was the beginning of the Meiji period, the Renaissance of Japan. Now in touch with the global community, Japan's rigid social structure crumbled, allowing farmers to move out of the rank. Likewise, the other ranks were able to move to higher or lower classes. Farmers, now with the high taxes in the Edo period abolished, had to pay a 3% land tax. Though mostly good, the Meiji period brought some downsides. Instead of being able to negotiate taxes with the daimyo, like in the Edo period, if you were unable to pay taxes in the Meiji period, you were forced to sell your land to a more powerful person in your position.